Real Madrid's most decorated footballer ever is officially leaving, as could Man United's captain, and Bayer Leverkusen have profiled their Xabi Alonso replacement. This is DMAC Daily. 13 years at Madrid, a record 28 trophies won, a Ballon d'Or recipient at the height of the Messi-Ronaldo era, and at 39, still delivering for Los Blancos. Luka Modric's legacy is special, and if we're talking about actual longevity at the top in central midfield, I'd argue it's unmatched. Zidane, Iniesta, Xavi, Pirlo, Mateus, all worthy of GOAT status, but none of these legends were amassing 60+ appearances at the highest level at Modric's age. Like, this scrawny, unintimidating lad from Croatia is not only a generational midfield maestro, he's also one of the greatest athletes in football history. What's craziest is that his first season in Spain, he was literally voted La Liga's worst signing. I'm not sure even Modric himself could have imagined the greatness he'd go on to achieve for club and country. But sadly, it's the end of an era. It's believed Modric was actually keen on staying, but the club, not Xabi Alonso specifically, have opted against renewing his deal. So a farewell fixture at the Bernabeu awaits alongside teammate Lucas Vazquez and manager Carlo Ancelotti. However, Modric does have the chance for one last trophy with the upcoming Club World Cup. In terms of his next move, well, it's way too early, but there are some romantic options on the table. Returning to boyhood club Dinamo Zagreb, maybe he could rejoin Spurs and push for a record 7th Champions League, or alternatively, join the club he literally co-owns in Championship side Swansea City and perhaps guide them to the Premier League before a last dance at the 2026 World Cup. Regardless of his next destination though, we as football fans have just been so lucky to witness this greatness unfold. Speaking of midfielders, Manchester United's Bruno Fernandes has dropped a bombshell in the immediate aftermath of their Europa League final defeat by claiming he understands if the club wants to cash in on him. For context, he's referring to the interest shown by Saudi Pro League club Al Hilal, who have profiled Bruno as their new #1 target. Bruno insisted he is loyal to United and not motivated by finances, but would respect the club's decision to sell in case of a major offer. Now, on one hand, I can kinda understand the financial necessity of selling. It's just been reported that United face an £80 million deficit after this disastrous season and have already committed a further 62.5 mil to Cunha's imminent transfer. PSR is a serious concern. By offloading Bruno, they'll potentially generate a 9-figure sale. The counter argument to selling though is that without Bruno, what is actually left of this team? He is their most influential player by some margin. It's not like this hypothetical sale would kickstart a major rebuild either. They don't have the adequate personnel for Amorim's system, nor the financial means to make it happen, yet continue to back him. Nothing at this club makes any sense. Moving to Germany, and it's believed that Bayer Leverkusen are closing in on Erik ten Hag to replace outgoing manager Xabi Alonso. The German club are set to undergo a mass exodus this summer. Frimpong and Tar are departing. Starboy Wirtz could also be on his way out amongst many other key first-team players. This is set to be a massive rebuild project. No one's expecting the Dutchman to mirror the accomplishments of Alonso, but this is an opportunity for Ten Hag to restore his somewhat damaged reputation after a controversial tenure at Old Trafford. And finally, Brazil's Estavao Willian was back in the news after another masterclass for Palmeiras. 2 goals, one of which was a golazo. I cannot wait to see this man at both the upcoming Club World Cup and at Chelsea next season. The potential is off the charts. Anyways, that's a wrap for this week's DMAC Daily. Catch you next time.